Hello, and welcome to another SciFirst MovieTalk episode. Feeling a little bit nostalgic the other night, I opted to watch the classic 1980s comedy, Weird Science. For those of you that may not have seen the film before, it was released in 1985 and was directed by John Hughes, who has other directorial credits, such as The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Planes, Trains and Automobiles. All themselves classic 80s films. The film's premise is that we have two young lads who, I suppose you would say, don't have much luck in the dating scene and aren't exactly the most popular duo in school. In fact, they're pretty much at the bottom of the run and very much the butt of a number of practical jokes throughout the movie. One night, spawned on by watching what I believe to be the Bride Frankenstein, they decided to try and create themselves a woman using their desktop PC. Much to their surprise, and after absorbing pretty much most of the national grid, sending the neighbourhood into absolute chaos, and hacking a number of government supercomputers, they do actually succeed. I don't actually know what's more scary. The fact that I can actually remember the computers that they were used in the film, or the fact that they actually did manage to create themselves a human being using a computer with less processing power than most of today's calculators. Well, alright, that's a slight exaggeration, I know, I appreciate. They actually did manage to put a man on the moon with a computer basically as sophisticated as the PC in the film. So who am I to judge, really? But just imagine what they could do with today's technology and 3D printers. I must admit that the film does look a little dated given the technology available in today's world. I think any film that uses and centres around any kind of technology can suffer from this when the technology in the current world exceeds and far surpasses that's used in the movie. The film, of course, comes from an era where computers were just starting to take off as something you could have in your own home, and everybody was keen to try and understand what they could do and how they could be of use. Back then the possibilities were endless, and I think even today that they still are. I'm not going to lie. The film's subject matter isn't quite PC. I mean, creating a human being to do your own bidding, not exactly, stretchy at best, to say the very least. However, at its core, the film is a coming-of-age story, with our two young teens finding out what they really want in a woman, finding the courage to overcome their insecurities and be themselves. They never actually take advantage of their creation, except for one quite cringy shower scene, and in fact it is actually she who pushes them to face their fears, sometimes to the extreme, and gives them the courage and confidence to be themselves. In fact, they actually create quite a strong female archetype in their character, albeit, and I'll be cautious, I'm not, even if she does do some of it in her underwear, I'm not for 1 minute saying that the subject of the film is something to aspire to, that she is, the model to aspire to. Just given the subject matter of the film as it stands, overall it could have been a lot worse and a lot more chauvinistic. And to be honest, apart from a couple of cringy moments, it isn't all that bad. They certainly create somebody who can handle themselves in a tricky situation, and somebody who doesn't hold back their punches. At the end of the day, the film is a zany comedy. Well worth a watch if you like your 80s films. It's a bit of harmless fun and a guilty pleasure. Don't take it too serious and you'll be alright. One thing I did have to double take on was the fact that the film does actually feature Robert Downey Jr. I didn't remember this at all from the last time I watched it, in one of his earlier roles, playing one of the school bullies that antagonises the film's two heroes, main characters if you like, in a variety of hilarious ways throughout the film. Probably I didn't remember because at the time I don't think he was playing, of course, Marvel's Iron Man at the time. Additionally, I did enjoy Bill Paxton as the obnoxious older brother to one of our main characters. And just some of the stuff that he came out with and the way in which it was portrayed and displayed would just absolutely had me in stitches, even after watching the film so many times before. His comeuppance was especially deserved and fitting. You'll know what I mean if you've seen the film, or please do watch it, you'll know what I mean. So that brings me to the end of this episode. So many thanks for watching. If you would like me to continue reviewing and see more of my reviews, please do hit that subscribe button. And please feel free to leave a like on this video or any other, and/or comments. I would love to hear from you if you've got anything to say about anything we've done in these videos. If you have any related comments or any other films that you'd like me to watch and review as part of the SciFirst Movie Talk series, again, please do get in touch. So, thank you for watching.